What's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. I have no idea how well this is going to work or not work. I don't know. I'm using a made in China hotspot, so hopefully this works. This is kind of spur of the moment, but I've had emails. I'm sorry, not emails, text messages. Can you guys hear me all right? Let me know that right off the bat. I got my mic here, so hopefully. Yeah, you are not going to get notification because I just did it. It happens. I just went live, right? So let's not worry about notifications. Can you hear me? Is my audio good? Is what I'm asking. Yeah, 5x5, good to go. All right, let me shut that off. All right, any mods? Mike Decker, Mike Decker, Jesse James, Method Marine. Sweet. Listen, any COVID out. Save us from this virus. It's not. It isn't ending. Okay. I got to my buddy's place and he's like, "Oh, a medic just told me that if they close down, they'll close down the highways. That's all." I've talked to I don't know how many. I've given my number to a ridiculous amount of medical professionals that are hitting me up and telling me that, dude, this isn't real. This isn't the real deal. H1N1 is way worse than anything else. Art from Destiny's Lab just sent me a text, and that's why I'm live right now, because now they're claiming everyone working from home could cause the internet to go out. There it is. There it is. Once the internet's completely gone, there's a reason they've been leaving us alone. They're not censoring us or anything because they can't pull what they're pulling and start censoring channels that are trying to tell you what's up, because it would point the fingers. It would point too many fingers back at them. And this is a lot of people. Like, I got to my buddy's place, okay? Christians, they know what's up, blah, blah, blah. They have bug out locations, etc. But they're like, "Oh, this is just payback against Donald Trump." And it's like, yeah, Donald Trump is completely and totally in on it. There's a reason The Economist magazine put him on the cover as King Trump, sitting on top of the world with the American flag rolled up under his ass like a toilet bowl. Do you see what I'm saying? Trump is in on this. He's a billionaire. He's a capitalist. He's an Israel first. He's not one of us. He never has been. That's how you become a billionaire, not once, but twice in one lifetime in America, period. All right, so know that. This may be being a test, yeah, but guess what? It doesn't have to be a test. They've done lots of drills. They've done lots of things that either went or didn't. This one's perfect because all the patriots, all the preppers, all these other, they're all self-quarantining. They're complying without anyone really putting the boot to them, you know what I'm saying, whatsoever at all. And meanwhile, the disease is absolutely nothing, because the disease is absolutely nothing, but it comes with teeth. You know what I mean? James Corbett put that video up, but James Corbett is a real good researcher. It started in Massachusetts. They were trying to push a law through Congress over and over, and it was languishing. It wouldn't move forward. So they whipped up the swine flu, and it flew right through, passed and approved. And it's been sitting around for either 9 or 11 years. One of the two, I'm not exactly positive, but it allows forced vaccination. It allows them entering public, private property. All of your last remnants of what you thought of being American are gone. Forced vaccinations, and Bill Gates happens to own a company that's making the ID 2020, intravenous through a vaccine tracking apparatus. And if you don't get it, you can't buy or sell. Sound familiar? Exactly. And meanwhile, this disease that everyone's starting to figure out, hey, I don't even know anybody. I don't know anybody that has this disease or that's died from this disease. And yet they keep pushing it. Trump is asking for schools to be closed. Schools are already closing in Massachusetts, Georgia, Indiana, Illinois, all over the place. So they're closing everything down because they're doing this. They're stealing Americans' 401ks, their savings. It wasn't our fault. It was the coronavirus. It's perfect, and enough people are falling for this. But we're not, right? We're not falling for this because you can see what's happening. This is right now. Right now, a subscriber just sent this. Who can leave their home? Read the shelter-in-place order for 6 Bay Area counties in California. Well, you know, Cali's always down for their citizens and always have been. So there's that. Link is in the description right now. This isn't real, and yet it just won't stop. Don't believe me? I don't really care at this point. It makes no difference. I'm sad to say that. I just saw Big Sip doing a live stream, and he was kind of saying, you know, you don't have to comply and this and that. Well, here's the deal. When you come to a roadblock and there's armed men, or when they come to your house or whatever, tell them you don't comply and let me know how well that works. And this is the propaganda that's being pushed. NASA's worried astronauts could spread it on the space station. There's so much wrong with that. I can't even begin to explain it, but I'm pretty sure you probably already get it. Might as well push the space station and NASA while you're at it. But it's amazing to me the amount of CEOs that have stepped down, the amount of celebrities that are probably disappearing, and they hit America right in the old hard bone. The NBA players have COVID-19. COVID-19 is an incredibly mild flu. 144,000, last I checked, 65,000 recovered because it's a flu. And 5,000 died, but it's a worldwide pandemic. None of that makes any sense at all. I already did the math for you in one video. The amount of people that died from, the amount of people that were infected was 0.00137. Now, if you tried to figure out how many people, what the percentage of people that have died from this, it's non-existent. I keep saying it's a good year. It's a good year. It's a good year medically because from December 29th till March 16th, last year, the amount of people that died was double or triple, and no one said a word because it wasn't the move. Brandon, what's up, brother?
Hey, buddy.
I certainly hope. Hey, buddy. All right, folks.
All right, folks. All right, guys.
I hope I didn't even check. I happened to get an I fell out. I was in your chat and then I lost internet, but I'm on. I'm in a remote location right now using a Kensho in China. It seems to be working. So, dude, here we go. NASA's afraid that these astronauts are going to bring the COVID virus to the space station. 6 areas in California are already having shelter in place. And check this one out too. Here we go. This is them just not caring. Yes, okay, great. My privacy. Thousands of armed force troops to be put on standby over the spread. And yet there is no spread.
Yeah.
That could change. They might get mad at us and say, okay, these guys are really, putting the facts out there. We don't like that. So let's spread a small area. We talked about this before. We can sacrifice a small area, hit it off, because I have access. I mean, the emails, once I got an internet signal, the emails were astronomical. A lot of them were very helpful. A lot of them were very afraid. A lot of them were like, what are you going to do? But nobody has sent me an email at all out of the 500,000 plus people that can email me if they so chose to, saying my mother died. Nobody, because it isn't a break. It's a robbery. It's 9/11 all over again, and we're actually helping them carry our money out of the house. Beautiful.
And at the same time, I just want to know right now what is happening is the theft of the middle classes' wealth. Right now, right out in the open, it's happening right before our eyes. That is what is truly transpiring with this. They are going to use this to continue. Listen, folks, their hands aren't going to be bloody. We are going to do it to ourselves again because we believe in our minds that whatever is true, and it's just not, guys. It's amazing watching it. Now we have schools out for an entire month here, and we had one case. One confirmed case in Jefferson County. The other day, I'm in New Orleans for my work, I'm delivering something. I turn on the radio, Richie, and they said there's a quarantine in New Orleans, right? What they failed to mention was that the quarantine was in the nursing home where in one room where the lady supposedly died. And because that's what they're doing. They're combing all the nursing homes. Anybody who dies in the nursing home, it's a coronavirus.
And that's the thing too. The 4,000, or I got to imagine, I haven't checked, it's got to be at 5,000 or 6,000. But my really good source, I've got so many awesome subscribers that work in the medical field that are trying to spread the truth through me. So I'm trying to do it right now. They're elderly and people that with compromised immune systems, and the number is still minuscule. It certainly isn't a worldwide outbreak. And I don't understand why so many Americans are helping them voice this, man. Because this could have just been a test. We might have still had some time, but they're like, wow, these guys are actually helping us. We thought there'd be a problem in America.
I got to work this morning, Richie. 10 back-to-back emails from different contractors and different suppliers of different things. Now, the governor did the proclamation. The proclamation only stipulates governmental employees. That's all it's to. The proclamation just is, but Shell, Exxon, and now there's like multiple major restaurants in the area that's no longer serving food. You can't go in and eat. The only way you can eat is takeout. I mean, you're watching us collapse it all by ourselves. It's like the domino effect.
How many times have I posted, look at the national debt, and now this is just a small, enormous number they're showing us that they're running up like it's a contest. This is how they fix it, and it makes it look like coronavirus. What can we do? But now everyone's going to be destitute. They're going to get rid of the dollar because it's no longer viable, and everyone's going to be at the beck and call of the government, and that's going to come with some serious ropes and strings that we've been telling you about.
Well,
Nicholson should be jumping in. Hey, real quick, is we getting any? Is the audio good here? I just want to make sure. My mic. No, I'm asking these guys because you're on the stream, so you shouldn't be able to hear it. Is the audio good, fellow people? Yeah. No. Anybody? Perfect. Okay. So here's someone just said, "Don't go to the hospital; they'll make you a victim." The funny thing is in Boston. They are, if you're calling them and saying, I think I have corona, well, stay home.
Yeah.
Wait, what? It's enough. The world is locked down. Italy is explaining to us, this is what we did wrong. So you should do what we do, which is basically lock yourselves up, give up your savings, which is somehow, if you don't have any money in the bank, the coronavirus won't get you. But if you do have money in the bank and you have a problem with it, this is insane, dude. Did we not see this? Just like boom.
What's crazy is 2 weeks ago, the last Bible study, the day before the market started to crash, and I started talking about the next thing is what's going to happen. The modus operandi is always the same. It comes in different spurts, but for whatever reason, this time they are deciding to take it over, and they don't care that the normies see. The normies are seeing. My neighbor Fred, who knows very well.
But you've got good neighbors, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously, where I'm at right now, if you guys are watching and I'm in your shop, sorry, but they came in here and they're like, "This is payback against Donald Trump because they couldn't impeach him." And I'm like, dude, Donald Trump, he has a treated life. He prayed, he's a Kabbalist. Israel first. He's been a billionaire in America twice. A billionaire.
Yeah.
The only billionaire that was ever actually, I think, kind of somewhat legit was Ross Perot, and he couldn't do it. Even though he had the money to do it, he couldn't do it. Donald, he's in there. I'm sorry, man.
He's in there. No, and he is. And that's what I told Fred when he come over. He said, I should have listened to you. Because I told Fred a long time ago, I said, you need to take your money out of the stock market. He come over and they just lost everything within the last week. I tell Fred, this is what it's going to transpire, folks. Listen, everybody, learn who your neighbors are. Learn who you live around, and if you don't live around good people, move. Fred, I told Fred directly to his face, I said, Fred, well, you'll never go hungry. And that's because this neighborhood is going to make sure he doesn't.
That's right. And I can attest to that. Now, Brandon's met me in real life, and we had a weird thing go on. When I met him, I said, when you're around me, like, this is no bullshit.
Yeah.
Hate me all you want, whatever. Weird stuff happens to me, and I don't understand why. And I told Brandon, he's like, okay. And then he started seeing it. I forget why I just started bringing that whole topic up, dude. Come on. That happens constantly, too.
And you do that in real life, guys. Y'all think that's an act? That's real life.
No, I have a terrible, terrible memory. Oh, the reason I wanted to go live, if it was even possible, apparently, I guess I'm okay for now. Art from Destiny Lab just hit me up and sent me an article where they're already putting this out. This troubles me. Well, with everybody working from home, there's going to be internet outages. If the internet goes down, if the internet goes down, they're doing it. They're making their visits, etc. So,
well, you know what I'm going to do? When the internet goes down, I'm going to pop my boat in the water and I'm going fishing. I mean, that's it.
I'm doing my version of fishing right now. I was heading in a certain direction. I got home and I had a bunch of things to do. I was on the road for 3 weeks, blah, blah, blah. And then Trump declared a national emergency. And I went, Massachusetts has already been in a state of emergency. If I don't get out of here, I might not be able to get out of here.
Yeah.
And it's sad because I have family members that kind of understand like this, like some of my family members, they're not conspiratorial, but they're very smart. They're very logical. They're like, this makes no sense, but I can't see what the money thing is behind it. And it's like, I've been telling, it's the money thing is all the money, all of it. Get rid of the dollar completely, entirely. And in the meantime, everything you've been working for and saving your entire life, it's gone. Wasn't our fault. Coronavirus.
Separate the classes to us and them, the haves and have-nots. There's no middle class anymore, and make it known that there's just slaves and non-slaves, and that everybody else is slaves. But here's the crazy thing: even during this transformation that's coming, this is the weakest point that they're ever going to be. Is right now as they try to flip this over into the next stage. It's going to be the weakest they ever are. And hopefully we can reach enough men and women, especially the men and women on the ground that are that eventually will. Listen, as of right now, I've heard of checkpoints. I've heard of mandatory vaccines, but I haven't crossed one. I drove all over this state all day.
I've been all over the country, and I put a video up this morning. I've been all over the country for the last month. All the way over, all the way down, all the way back up, and then I'm out of here, all the way back down again. I haven't seen one United Nations vehicle, so I've been on several different major byways that the 18-wheelers run only. I haven't seen any unusual military movement at all because they don't need it. But don't be fooled. They're already putting the meme up that the internet could go down. That's total bullshit, man. That's total bullshit. But if the internet goes down, who knows? We're completely at their mercy. But here's the deal. I left my house, and it was a conscious decision. Like, I might not, like, this could fizzle out, hopefully, or this could ramp up, and I'm going to get stuck wherever I'm stuck. And then there's going to be a point where they're going to want to stick me, and it ain't happening.
No, they can't.
We asked you to look into the ID 2020. I didn't even know that Bill Gates was involved in that. He is. ID 2020 intravenous tracking device to bring us all closer together so they can, that it's Trump's biometric land, air, and sea. It turns out it's a legit thing, and now it makes sense that Bill Gates stepped. Bill Gates is Mr. Burns of the world, literally. He is the Simpsons come to life.
So I want to say this, right? If you know who you are, and you know that every single judge, every single office of governor, or every single conduct done against life, liberty, and property, if you know these things, if you know who you are in contradiction to their office, and you tell them you stop with my conduct and that they have to breathe life into that office, and you start making claims against every single individual that ever comes against your life, liberty, and property, and we all start making claims against these individuals, we won't have this problem.
Right. Everybody share this, the stuff that's laying it out there, that the numbers don't make any sense. None of it is real except for the consequences. These guys are 9/11, they're 9/11ing us all over again, and most Americans are helping. Those are the people we need to get to because they're starting to figure it out. But once they do, the algorithm will kick in and they'll simply and totally go the next level. They'll go the next level to knock these guys back. Nicholson, what's up, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just coming fast and furious, like we've been talking for years. I mean, it's what we said. Yeah, it's going.
And it's beautiful, Nick, because we were just saying they're robbing the rest of the middle class right now under this guise, and most of Americans are helping them steal the money.
Yep, exactly.
But they're told they're complying.
Yeah, and that's the sad part is only a few have listened to the truth community or whatever you want to call it, like you, me, other YouTubers that we've been telling them about everything. I mean, I was just on the live stream. You remember what, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I told them about digital money. Big Sip told them about digital money. Now, I don't know if this is the last event. I don't think it is. I think this is just the next step for putting some more controls in place to keep going.
This is beautiful. I'm sorry to put this out there. Maybe they know a natural disaster is due, so they're locking. There you go. You just help them carry the money out of your savings account into their safe. Come on. It is exactly what it looks like.
We do not comply. We do not consent. And I showed people earlier that I wrote to the governor. Why did I write to the governor? Why did I write to the governor? Because I told him right now, I do not consent with anything that your proclamation is proclaiming. I do not take your consideration. I do not accept your offer of contract, because that's all the proclamation is. The proclamation is an offer. That's a consideration. We have to accept it, and it's accepted by tacit consent, by implied consent, by tacit, which tacit means quiet. When you're quiet, you've accepted the contract. And I'm not accepting it. I'm not. I'm gonna go down fighting and swinging as much as I can with the truth. That's it.
I mean, me and Richie talked. I have to walk a thin line. What I do for a living. Richie knows where I work, and I have to walk a thin line. And we talked. I said, "This is coming. This is why Purell has been attacked. 3 months ago they were attacked because they did not want the public knowing that it does kill coronavirus. It's a simple coronavirus. It's not that great of like a H1N1, the SARS. I work in an industry. That's all I'm going to say. I work in an industry that I know. There's one reason I know chemistry background and the body. There's where I work. I can't acknowledge that, but Purell was being attacked because they knew this was coming. Purell is a family-owned Gojo. Look it up. Gojo International was created in 1946. It is not on the public stock market. It is not publicly traded. So the big wigs can't threaten them with putting their stock the usual way. So they had to go another way to try to get Purell, because Richie had a great Purell was the fly in the ointment of what was coming. They knew that was coming. The FDA knows it was coming before they started rolling this stuff out, and they wanted to discredit Purell as much as possible. And they stuck to their guns because they know the science. They passed EPA's tests. They passed FDA's tests. They killed it. It still kills it. And that's why it's overwhelmingly being taken off shelves or whatever, because it does work. And I have the technical bulletins to show you that. Richie from Boston does. So, I mean, a lot of people, and then you mentioned the 201 event. People need to wake up. This is being put in motion. It's been put in motion, just like a 9/11, just like everything else. And, I wish more people would share more videos, because here's the other thing. It's being talked about. Richie's mentioned it now. Ark has mentioned it. When they take the internet down, I don't know if it'll be in this event, but if they take it down, then nobody knows what's going on. Nobody's knowing. Yeah.
That's why I was like, I don't even think I have a signal. I didn't even ask these guys to come in, but here we go.
Yep. And there's,
Dude, I think this might have been a test, or
Well, it's really, let's just see, they have made no effort. This is what should frighten everybody, and not really frighten, but just know, they haven't forced anybody to do anything. We've done it to ourselves.
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's what gets me so angry, is that people are making excuses. Maybe there's a natural disaster. These people don't care about you. You know how you know? Look at taxes. Look at the GMOs. Look at the chemtrailing in the sky. Look at wars and wars and war. We've been at war my whole life, and I'm old, dude.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They don't. I mean, you're feeling yourself. That's, you gotta come to that point. We like, I don't take it literally or whatever, but you really have to come to that point of quit lying to yourself to make yourself feel better, safe, whatever that is. You need to look at it for what it is and what's going on and why. You know, it just, some of the stuff is just pretty obvious now. If you spend any time researching stuff, I mean, technology, it alone, 5G, the dangers of it, all of that stuff that's coming in the same time of this going on, you can't get away from it. You're fooling yourself if you don't see it. If you think this is just a coincidence, I'm sorry. It's just everything. Look back at Richie's videos. Look back at my videos. We've been telling you this for a long time, really. You know, Georgia Guidestones. I mean, it goes on and on and on. I mean, and here's the other thing: is why people keep asking, well, why? Okay, so you're right. So what's the conspiracy here? Look, what we're dealing with, and Big Sid knows, Richie knows, is what we're dealing with is not all physical. It's Ephesians 6:12. They don't like us. We're created by something, and they don't like that, and they want to do away with that. That's the real deeper part of what's going on. But you know, I've said enough of that. I'll let you guys talk. I'm just here to.
Well, here we go. We go to a deeper spiritual understanding too. By programming our subconscious with fear, who is actually creating reality? We are.
Yep.
Because we're not aligned with truth, which is love, which is fear, anger, hate, malice. All these ideas are people get scared. That's everything else. The secondary emotions come into reality, and you can see it. You can walk up to the door right now where people are punching each other in the face over freaking toilet paper. I mean, come on, folks. Look, man, I told Richie when he was down here in the mud, he's like, how am I going to get the mud off of me? I'm like, I'll drag him behind the boat.
It was too cold, dude. I wasn't down, boy. It was just too cold. Dragging behind the boat.